Welcome. We're live here at Barnesville High School. We're having a great evening. We just finished up the C-team match, or I'm sorry, the B-team match. As I'm thinking North Dakota, they switched the letters when we crossed the line, the borders. So, but yeah, the final in the B-team match was, gotta pull it up here, 25-3 and 25-15 in favor of the Trojans, 2-0, and then the third practice set would end the score 17-16 in favor of the Trojans. I got clarification that they will do that in all B and JV games, so we will not cut off our stream early like we did for that one. We apologize. So moving forward, now we know we won't have that problem again, and we appreciate your being patient with us. Once again, broadcast coverage is brought to you by the Barnesville Trojan Booster Club as well as Midwest Bank here in Barnesville. So we certainly appreciate those people teaming up with us. As okay, now our table is steady once again. And also, you can order games on DVD, too. You can go to msportsnet.com/DVD. Order any this game or any previous game broadcast on DVD. Just go to msportsnet.com/DVD and send us the information on that webpage to the email address that's on that webpage. And that will assure that you get the game that you are looking for by sending us the information on that page. So coming up here is we're seconds away from this one starting. We'll take a quick look at how you can find us online on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can email us, visit our website, and our upcoming game schedule. We'll have some football for you on Friday. Kindred, Wahpeton, Central Cass, Hillsborough, Central Valley, and it's not on our schedule, but we are working on scheduling a third football game for Friday night. So keep checking back to msportsnet.com/schedule to find out which one that will be. So once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Midwest Bank and the Barnesville Booster Club. We certainly appreciate their support to make B, JV, and varsity volleyball and varsity football and a select number of JV football games that we are able to schedule in around our other broadcasts that we have commitments to. And so we certainly appreciate all their support. And the first point's going to go to Pelican Rapids. It's 1-0. We got rosters for the teams, but we did not have time to write them in numerical order, and I personally do not have the skills to call a game without a roster numerical order, so we apologize for that. We did have time to get the varsity one, so we'll have a full play-by-play broadcast for you on the varsity game, including stats and all that good stuff. Point Barnesville, and it's 3-1. Once again, you can check out our upcoming schedule of games at msportsnet.com/schedule. And Barnesville Trojan fans, if you haven't heard yet, you might want to go check that schedule. We got a lot of games for the Trojans for football and volleyball coming up here in this what I've coined as the late fall sports season. As soon as fall sports wraps up here for football and volleyball for Barnesville and all the other Minnesota schools, will take us right up to the doorstep of the winter sports season when basketball and hockey and a couple others kick off. And we're gonna get to Barnesville for a few winter games as well. They all depend on our sponsorship and our staff availability. 6-2 as the point goes to Pelican Rapids. We do have a new email address, so if you sponsored Barnesville games in the past, you may want to check your junk folder, because we contacted you last year as the Minnesota Sports Station, and that email address doesn't exist anymore. So just keep that in mind, a heads up. We'd love to get you back on board for the remainder of the season here. Matter of fact, it was earlier today, about 7 hours ago, that the Minnesota State High School League released an announcement that they are allowing 2 fans per participant at indoor events. And that just came out earlier today. So as of yesterday, there was supposed to be nobody here except for the players. And now you can have 2 spectators per participant. So as long as that total number stays under 250, and as long as the facility can facilitate a crowd of 250 with proper social distancing. So there's a lot of loopholes in that 2 per participant, but you can potentially get here now, which is awesome. We are certainly happy to see that. But we do encourage you to be safe. You know, I've never been a big advocate of the mask thing, but I do encourage you to wear one anyway. It keeps the players on the court. It keeps the players on the field. So when you're out and about at the store or whatever it is that you might be doing, we encourage you to wear that, because if you've been following North Dakota sports at all, there's been a lot of seasons that have been paused or canceled, and we just yesterday had a team that had to make a decision on if they were going to forfeit their semifinal in the state soccer tournament, or if they were going to sub in junior varsity players to play at a varsity level state tournament, which is allowed by North Dakota state rules. But the varsity team was in close contact with somebody who wasn't feeling the healthiest, and as a result, they would not allow those varsity players to play. And so, and they were the EDC champions, and there was a very good chance that they had an opportunity to win a state championship. And now it's going to be up to their JV substitutes if they're going to win the state championship. And I've seen the JV team play several times this year, and they're a pretty good team, but I'm just not exactly sure if they're good enough to play against those number 1 and number 2 seed varsity teams that are still allowed to play right now. We won't have coverage of the state soccer tournament, but we will have highlights after the games are complete. So our goal is to, hopefully we don't have a game that goes like 7-5, because then we won't be able to stay within the guidelines of the North Dakota High School Activities Association for the highlights. But I would suspect that we'll have every goal of the state tournament available once the state tournament has concluded. So like I said, share that story about the North Dakota soccer team to just kind of give you a reason why I kind of stand behind wearing a mask and social distancing, not only at sporting events, but at the grocery store and et cetera, the bank, wherever you might be going, because we want to keep these kids on the court. We want to keep these kids on the field. We want to see these teams play in those postseason tournaments. for the teams that make it to the postseason. So keep that in mind. It is 12-5 in favor of the Trojans here. Timeout in set 1 of the junior varsity match. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Midwest Bank, as well as the Barnesville Booster Club. We'll bring you B team, JV, and we'll bring you JV and varsity volleyball and as many B team matches as we can. Today's B team match was played in this gym here, so that was no problem at all. They usually play the B team matches over in the old gym, and we have to bring a second set of equipment, which is not a problem unless we have 2 other games on our schedule, and there might be a couple B team dates where we will run into that issue. But if the B team games stay in this gym, then we'll have all the B team games for you. But that is up to Todd and the officials here at Barnesville. It's not up to us, and we'll respect whatever decision they end up making. So, and we'll still get to as many of them as we can. So if your team plays Barnesville this year, in Barnesville, we'll have that matchup live for you on Magnitude Sports. If you host Barnesville, we have reached out to all the road game ADs for Barnesville. We're still waiting to hear back from a few of them to just get approval to come there. So we will not just show up. I know some radio stations just show up, and we prefer to give you the courtesy of knowing that we're coming. So. Pelican Rapids fans, I know you host Barnesville. I think it's either November 12th, 2nd or 12th. And if we can get to that game, we will. But we have not gotten the official approval to come do that game as of yet. Still waiting to hear back. Another timeout on the floor, and Barnesville leads Pelican Rapids 18-6 here in set 1 of the junior varsity match. Junior varsity match, best of 3. If one team wins 2-0, then they'll play a practice set for a few minutes or until they reach 25, depending on how much time is remaining between this game and the varsity game. And we'll have that practice set for you live if it happens here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Midwest Bank and the Barnesville Booster Club. We certainly appreciate all their support to make these broadcasts possible. October 17th, that is 9 days from now. That'll be our 3-year anniversary of Magnitude Sports. Game 1 featured a volleyball match between the Breckenridge Cowgirls and the Barnesville Trojans back on October 17th, 2017. And now this is game 933. So we're approaching that 1,000 game mark here. And our goal was to get it in 3 years, but we're gonna fall a little bit short, I think. So unless we can schedule a bunch of extra games here really quick, but. Of course, if you go all the way back to that first game, you'll be like, these guys are a joke. And that's what I said about our first game broadcast. So. Once again, we do not have rosters if you're just joining us. So, but we do have rosters for the varsity match, and we'll have a full play-by-play broadcast for you on the varsity match here between these two teams. Scheduled for about 7:15. It was originally scheduled for 7 o'clock, but moving the B team match to this gym, they bumped that one up about 15 minutes. So we'll be live somewhere between 7 and 7:15 with the varsity match. They will not get it over. 22-6. Serve will come over to the Pelican Rapids side. Once again, tomorrow night on Magnitude Sports. Well, actually, before tomorrow night, Magnitude Sports will be at the North Dakota State Soccer Tournament. We won't be live with those games as that's contracted under another company, but we will have highlights of those state soccer matches on our YouTube channel. And then after the afternoon matches for soccer tomorrow, we'll hit the road to Kindred, Castleton, and one other place to be determined. Jared Mendenwald will have the play-by-play call on the Kindred Vikings and the school he graduated from, the Wahpeton Huskies. And then Bob Roars will be on the call for the Central Cass Squirrels and the Hillsborough Central Valley Burros. Those two games will be live with a kickoff at about 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and then I'll be at a game to be determined yet. And it would be determined by now had I not had to go set up equipment at Castleton Kindred and then come here for volleyball. So that's why it's still to be determined. It's been a busy day for us here at Magnitude Sports. But we love what we do. We are also working on some EDC volleyball on the North Dakota side. Still gathering sponsors to cover the broadcast fees for that, but I think it's gonna happen. And it's not on our schedule on our website yet, therefore it's unofficial. I think that's a net violation there. Yep, it is. And that will be the set for the Trojans. They win it 25-9. And we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network with set number 2.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Order your copy of this game or any of our previous game and event broadcasts on DVD by visiting our website. Just email us the required information found on our website, and we'll mail you your copy of today's game or event on DVD. Orders take approximately 3 to 4 days to arrive. Larger orders could take longer. For all the info on how to order your copy of today's game on DVD, visit our website at msportsnet.com/DVD. All right, welcome back as the Trojans take set 1, 25-9 here in the junior varsity game. The B team game was swept by the Trojans, officially 2-0. Set scores in that one, 25-3 and 25-15. Right now, 25-9 and set 2 on the horizon here. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Barnesville Booster Club and Midwest Bank. And then our sponsors since day one, Game Time, and a recent trade sponsor, Banner Buzz, for agreeing to make some banners for us at no charge. And all we have to do is say their name occasionally. So we're going to do that occasionally. So. Applaud all the fans who did show up here wearing masks, as well as all the players. And as I was mentioning, set 1, we certainly encourage that to keep our kids on the court and the field. You know, a lot of people were skeptical about it when North Dakota fall sports started. And as a result of being skeptical, some teams have paid the price. So I say, since Minnesota started later, I say let's wear the mask and see if there's any different results. That's my humble opinion. I'm not forcing you to wear one or not wear one. I'm just giving you my humble opinion. Nothing Barnesville here in set 2. Will come off as an ace. 4-1 Trojans. You can also follow us on Twitter, get all sorts of updates on our Twitter by going to mSportsNet Live and giving us a follow. Your choice if you want to click on the bell and get every tweet that we tweet out. We try and be responsible with that. We don't try and do like a couple hundred an hour like some Twitter accounts do, but they can search Magnitude Sports on Facebook and give us a like and a follow there. And you can watch 99% of the games as long as I remember to post them. And I've become pretty good at that. So If we have any Dilworth Glendon Felton Rebel fans watching, we have a couple football games on our schedule. Actually, 3 football games on our schedule for the Rebels. So you can subscribe and get alerted when those games go on. There's 2 in October and 1 in November. I originally was going to be at the one in November, but then we had another game come up. Matter of fact, the EDC volleyball that I was telling you about. So if that is going to move forward, then Bob Roars will do the game and DGF on my behalf, and I'll do the EDC volleyball. So it can't be in more than one spot at once. So we do have a few open dates on our schedule. Not a whole lot of them, but a couple here and there. And if you'd like us to come cover your team, you can reach out to us at msportsnetlive@gmail.com, and we'll double check the dates and see if we can make it happen. We have the ability to do 3 games from 3 locations at the same time. So if you see 1 or 2 games on our schedule for the date of your game, that doesn't mean we can't do your game. We just need to find an announcer for it. And depending on who that announcer is, maybe find a camera person as well. We only have 2 people right now that can do a game broadcast by themselves, and I'm pretty happy that I'm no longer the only one who can do that, so. And we're a couple points behind there. It's 12-4 in favor of the Trojans. And there we go. And it's 13-4 on the ace serve. And a timeout on the floor. So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Order your copy of this game or any of our previous game and event broadcasts on DVD by visiting our website. Just email us the required information found on our website, and we'll mail you your copy of today's game or event on DVD. Orders take approximately 3 to 4 days to arrive. Larger orders could take longer. For all the info on how to order your copy of today's game on DVD, visit our website at msportsnet.com/DVD. All right, welcome back. Set 2. It's a 13-4 advantage for Barnesville, and they lead the match 1-0 here in set 2. This game broadcast coverage brought to you by the Barnesville Booster Club as well as Midwest Bank, generously teaming up with us here at Magnitude Sports to bring you Barnesville Trojan volleyball and football. Varsity, all of them. All home games for sure, and as many road games as we get approval to do. And then JV games, most of them, if not all of them. And B team games, most of them, if not all of them. Once again, if you're just tuning in, I was mentioning earlier that the Minnesota State High School League earlier today, about 7 hours ago, right around 11 o'clock this morning, released a announcement saying that indoor events are no longer fanless. You're allowed to have 2 people per participant in the contest show up, and there's a lot of loopholes, 250, social distancing, et cetera, but in addition to that, you want to check with your local school or the school that your team's traveling to, with their principal and athletic director and whoever else may be in charge of making those decisions to make sure that they are going to allow that, because I do believe that even though the Minnesota State High School League is allowing it, it is still up to the independent schools how they want to work each event. So So make sure you contact those schools now that that announcement has been released, and just make sure you know what you're walking into. I hate to have you drive a couple 100 miles just to find out you couldn't go to the game. So, of course, Pelican to Barnesville isn't 200 miles, obviously. It's a far, far shorter drive than that, but the point is the same. I believe that's a net violation, and it is, and the point will go to the Vikings, and it's 18-6. In favor of the Trojans now. Once again, junior varsity volleyball action live for you here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network, thanks to Midwest Bank and the Barnesville Trojan Booster Club. If you'd like to sponsor Trojan broadcast, you can reach out to us at msportsnetlive@gmail.com. As the Vikings have sliced the lead in half. Four touches on the Vikings. And the Trojans double up here on Pelican Rapids, 20-10, leading the match 1-0. Best of three. And if Barnesville wins it 2-0, we'll have a practice set live for you here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network as well. The ace serve will make it 22-11. 3 shy of a sweep here. 6:41. Let's see what time it is when this set comes to a conclusion. match point here for Barnesville. And that will do it. Barnesville will win it 25-12 in set 2. And they will take it. Final score, 25-9 and 25-12. We'll take a timeout, and if they do the practice set, we'll be back for it here in 30 seconds. Order your copy of this game or any of our previous game and event broadcasts on DVD by visiting our website. Just email us the required information found on our website, and we'll mail you your copy of today's game or event on DVD. Orders take approximately 3 to 4 days to arrive. Larger orders could take longer. For all the info on how to order your copy of today's game on DVD, visit our website at msportsnet.com/DVD.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back. So we'll have a additional free bonus volleyball set here for you. Once again, the Trojans officially win it 2-0. Probably play this set for about 10 more minutes before they call it. (4-2). Serve will go over to Barnesville. Out of bounds, point Vikings. Oh, no, I guess it was inbounds. My bad. All right, and that'll do it. Trojans will win the additional extra set, 15-5. So your final score, Trojans 2-0, 25-9 and 25-12, and then they take the extra set, 15-5. That'll wrap it up. Once again, you can find us online on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. You can email us there at that email address and visit us on our website at msportsnet.com. And once again, your final score, 2-0 Trojans, 25-9, 25-12, and the bonus set 15-5. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes with the varsity game right here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.